So match list 1 and list 2 and select the correct answer from the codes given below. So first our list 1, authors and books. So so authors mainly, so the authors are Thornberry, Duran, Steers and Stellar. Steers, so the Stellar, the Unstable Earth, Stellars. Thornberry, Principle of Geomorphology. So so Stellar is not the unstable Earth. Sorry, I also telling you wrong answer. But Thornberry, Principles of Geomorphology, and Dure, River and River Terrace, and Steers, the Unstable Earth, and Stellar, Physical Geography. Next question: who propounded the concept of dynamic equilibrium in geomorphology? So Davis gave the concept dynamic equilibrium. And next question: global pattern of surface temperatures is generally controlled by not latitude, longitude, altitude. So global pattern of surface temperature generally controlled by continent, ocean crust, latitude and altitude. So it is the answer: continent, ocean crust, and latitude and altitude. The criteria, not others, not longitude, not others, not continent, ocean, contrast or longitude, altitude is not. So temperature mainly depended on continent, ocean, contrast, latitude and altitude. The criteria used Thornweight in his classification of world climates are: the criteria used by Thornweight in his classification of world climates are precipitation effectiveness and thermal efficiency and potential evaporation. So Thornweight's the criteria used by Thornweight in his classification of the world climate are precipitation effectiveness, thermal efficiency, potential evapotranspiration. So 1, 2 and 3 is the correct answer. The Earth's average albedo is estimated as 32%. The Earth's average albedo is estimated as 32%. So please remember, it is 32%, not 50% or 40%. Next question: obsequent streams generally flow opposite to the consequent stream. Obsequent mainly flow to the opposite direction to the consequent stream. So along the consequent is not, and at the right angle of consequent not, and diagonal not. So obsequent mainly opposite of the consequent. Please remember. Next question: the principle of uniformitism in geomorphology was first developed by the principle of uniformitarianism was in geomorphology was first advocated by Hutton. So the principle of uniformitism in geomorphology was first advocated by Hutton. Uniformitism, not Gilbert, not Davis, not Playfair. So uniformitism mainly Hutton. Which of the following steel plants of India has the least cost location in the ideal location triangle conceived by Weber? So Bokaro. Which of the following steel plants of India has the least cost location in the ideal location triangle conceived by Weber? So which of the following steel plants of India has the least cost location in the ideal location triangle conceived by Weber? So it is Bokaro. Least cost location, not Bhilai, not Durgapur, not Raurkela. So Bokaro is the answer. It is mainly least cost theory. So an ideal location triangle concept by Weber. Okay? And Gonds have their major concentration in Bastar region. Gonds mainly Bastar, not Koraput, not Aravalli, not Chhota Nagpur. So it is Bastar region. Gonds. Topographical maps are produced in India by NATMO. Topographical, not Survey of India, not NRCS, not DRDO. DRDO not, NRCS not, NATMO or Survey of India. So NATMO, topographical and maps are National Thematic Mapping Organization. So it is the topographical maps are produced by NATMO, Survey of India not. Which of the following is the commonly used measure of central tendency? So median, mainly commonly used central tendency. It is mainly median. Which of the following is the commonly used measure of central tendency? It is mainly median. Next, Geographia. Identify the author of who wrote the several volumes entitled Geographia. It is Ptolemy. Eratosthenes not, Herodotus not, Strabo not, Ptolemy. So, which of the following statements about the Green Revolution in India is not true? So, which of the following statements about the Green Revolution in India is not true? So, it has Green Revolution. It has caused substantial increase in the production of millets. So, it is not correct. So, millets is not. It is wheat. It is start to increase wheat production in Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP. It is correct. B is correct and C is the correct. It has resulted to in increase or in disparity in rural income. It is correct, and it was characterized by, so it has resulted in increase in disparity in rural area, rural income, and it was characterized by the use of high yielding variety of seeds and intensive irrigation and application of chemical fertilizers. So it is correct. Next, coffee as a plantation crop is likely to be adversely affected by the many causes, of which of the following important one is it is development of substitutes. Coffee as a plantation crop is likely to be adversely affected by many causes because of development of substitutes. Not decline in the international price, it's not attack of the pest and diseases, tariff barriers and trade, it's not correct. So development of substitutes. So that's why coffee plantation crop, coffee as a plantation crop is likely to be adversely affected by many causes, of which is, so it is now Taffy's transportation model has a number of development phases. The number of phases are 4. Taffy's transportation model has a number of development phases. The number of phases are 4. Okay. So thank you. Next to discuss another question. Thank you.